Yeah, buddy. It's Wednesday. Let's get it.
Let's get it. I've always wanted to say that.
Actually, Dave should be saying let's get it with the hairstyle.
Whoa, what's going on me now?
Oh, man. Hello, world. It's your man, Jeff A. Smith, jumping off once again on Jump Off Live, and welcome to episode number 31. Tonight's episode will be quickie style yet again. We'll be discussing just a variety of topics.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes.
I want to interrupt you real quick.
Go ahead.
Can you start doing what one of my favorite podcasts would do? I don't know if anybody else watches any podcasts that do this, but when they had episodes, they would usually this is episode number 31, so this would be the Reggie Miller episode. So
I do every once in a while. I did it with Kobe.
Yeah, I was like, you got to be tasked with figuring out somebody for each one. I love delegating stuff for people to do, and I don't want to do anything.
Okay,
so
bossy.
Episode number 31, the Reggie Miller episode, aka a full month episode, as in 31 days, or Baskin Robbins, as in 31 flavors. Oh. Shall I continue?
Ooh. He's coming. Fire.
Off the top.
As always, you can tune in live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on our Jump Off Live YouTube channel. There you'll also find our past episodes, after parties, ads, and the anything but interview series. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell, and tell a friend to tell a friend. You can also catch us on Zingo TV, channels 249 and 250 by downloading the app, which is available on the iOS and Google Play stores. If you're on the go, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Shout out to all the fans in the chat, and as always, please be sure to keep your comments clean so we can post them on the screen. I want to give a special shout out to my stepson, Junior. He's actually, I've mentioned him before on the podcast. He's out in Colorado getting his master's degree in clinical psychology, and he got a wonderful job offer today to be a licensed therapist. So he's going to be working in his field. He graduates in July. Job starts June 29th. So he got that. He secured the bag before he even secured the degree. So shout out to him, making a nice little bag.
Got the paper before the paper.
Yeah, the paper before the paper. So shout out to him.
Call that pre-paper.
Exactly. So much love and blessings to him.
Congrats,
and we yes, congrats, Junior. We'll be out there in July to visit him and to celebrate. Most definitely. So without further ado, the rest of Team Jump Off is here. First and foremost, he's back with a few additives added to him. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend, that dude named Dave. What's popping, that dude?
Hey, I'm back, y'all. Had a week off. We had my nephew's 8th grade graduation. So I had to do
rest to him.
Yeah, had to do a little family stuff, exciting times with that. And I was told that I have the F-Boy starter pack going on over here now.
Explain that, please.
Well, you guys seen since episode 1 so now that I've been growing my hair out and I'm in full lock journey. But obviously now with some of these locks being dyed, that's part of the F-Boy starter pack with the locks. You guys know about my weight loss journey, so I'm trying to do this new me midlife crisis type of thing here. I guess I don't know, but then I guess I set it all full circle last Friday by getting my first tattoo. So this is the first session here. So
you really new year, new you.
Yeah. It's a whole new attitude. Ooh. So
Your new nickname is Little Dave, aka Young Journey.
Young Journey.
Hey, he sound like old MA on that one instead of younger.
Hey, she got a new album that just dropped that was pretty fire. Hey, that Young M.A. album dropped weeks ago was pretty fire too, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but hilarious. So I'm on my F-boy journey here, I guess. So hey, shout out to all the F-boys out there.
Hey, as long as you happy, man.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. As long as you happy with you, man.
I'm Gucci.
Cool.
F-boy,
Next up,
aka Young Journey, huh?
Young Journey. I'm gonna get that on my back now, fellas. It's gonna say Big Young Journey or whatever you want to call me.
Right above the tramp stamp.
I'm gonna get some low-rise pants. I'll rock it. I'll get a
Oh,
tattoo. Yeah,
man.
I'll do
Young
it.
sus.
Young sus. I'll be old sus.
Young sus. That's filthy. Hey,
Young sus.
Recycle sus.
hey. Next up.
Anybody notice why Jeff is frozen mid-smile right now?
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, he is.
Man,
Uh-oh. I'm hardwired too.
that's electronic Tourette's.
Can y'all hear me though?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can hear you.
Good.
Okay, I'll get back in. I'll figure this out. Oh, it's because I clicked on. Oh, I got
That
you.
finger
Okay.
happy.
Next up, I promise I'll get it. Next up, there we go.
He's back.
We have JD, aka Clean Teeth.
Clean teeth, yes.
Yeah, look
yes.
at this pearly whites, man. JD got the cleanest. I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead.
Can
I got
my
some-
rap name be Young Cheeser?
Okay.
Young Cheesy.
Young Cheesy.
Young Cheesy.
Easy.
There you go.
What's
There
going
you
on
go.
with you, JD?
Not much, man. Happy to jump off on yet another Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it ain't, I do a lot, but I look forward. I was just telling y'all before the show, so I'll tell everybody else. I look forward to every time we get to do this, man. Like it's so much fun. It's like hanging out with my squad, even though we not in person, but with the added benefit of hanging out with all the rest of the people in the chat. So I'm happy to be here, man.
Most definitely. Happy to be here too. Last but not least, every week he's broadcasting live from places unknown.
I know, man.
We have-
New
I ain't got my-
location.
we have
He's like the
I got-
ultimate warrior from parts unknown.
I got all kind of nicknames this week. We have
Who was
Johnny.
that? Who was that on In Living Color? They used to have a store and it would be at a different location every time.
Yeah. Homeboy Shopping Network.
Shopping
There
network.
you go.
Oh, hey, he took it
There
back
you
with
go.
that. I
Yeah.
remember that. Selling all kind of ish. I ain't selling nothing, but I'm giving this fire over here. What's up, everybody? It's
Johnny Dangerous, aka Young Gypsy.
Young I'm always on the road, traveling, doing things, y'all. Hey, excited to be here tonight, man. It's Wednesday. We're gonna get y'all over the hump. We featuring a new spot tonight. We'll talk about it a little bit later on, but y'all already got introduced to that to the gentleman. I want to call him a gentleman because that's what he is. But he's gonna give us a little something tonight in regards to his talent and his abilities. So I'm excited, man. Let's get it cracking, dog.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming, yeah.
Can't wait to hear that.
Lace your
All
boots up.
All right. So that dude's gonna start us off. What you got for us?
I'm gonna go into sports here, fellas. I'm gonna talk about this in the boxing show, but I haven't done it in a few weeks. So I'm just gonna kick it off for Sunday, man. I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Floyd Mayweather was back. He fought Logan Paul in Miami, and talk about height difference and weight difference. Floyd was 155 pounds, and Logan was 34 and a half pounds heavier than him, and also about 5 inches taller than him. Went 8 rounds in the exhibition fight, Of course, they called it a draw because there was no rules. But Floyd came out, like you said, like a bank robber. They said they came out about a million pay-per-view buys and grossed about $50 million from the pay-per-view market alone. That's not counting what the Showtime subscription based it on the online feature, as well as how much people paid Floyd to put stuff on their trunks. They had like $40 million in his trunks alone.
Yeah.
So, fellas, what do y'all think about Floyd Mayweather keep getting this bag, even though he's fighting nobody boxes?
I think it's all signature Floyd. It's par for the course. That's what he does. You know what I mean? Nothing. It's funny when you see people say, "Oh, we feel robbed and we got duped." Like, wait, whoa. When you read that he was fighting Logan Paul 4 months ago or whatever, how many months when it was announced, and then you went and watched it, and you feel duped after the fact. I don't get the duping. You know what I mean? Like, we all knew what this was and what it was going to be.
Unrealistic expectations, right?
Yeah, whether Floyd got knocked out or Logan got knocked out or neither one of them got knocked out, we all know it was a duping. Nothing counted. It wasn't sanctioned. Like, it was what it was. Like,
it was a bad grab.
Yeah, I watched it. It was entertaining. I know they got the the clip going on showing how Floyd buked him, and then he was like about to fall out. Floyd like, okay, hold on.
I got you, young buck. Yeah, hold on tight.
Don't get knocked out.
Wow.
So
Right,
I mean,
it was like the end of round 4, round 5, and that shot landed a nice crisp right. He said, "I got
right to the ear."
Said, don't go down, young buck.
Yeah, it's right up Floyd's alley. The most surprising thing to me, I don't know if I'm off base with this, but Floyd looked, just from a conditioning and movement standpoint, better than he did when he fought Conor, in my opinion.
Wow.
More spry. Now, Dave, from your expert analysis, did he look like that, or was it just the fact he was fighting Logan Paul? Because he looked more like agile against him than he did against Conor.
Actually, it's about the same. Technically, give or take, about 2 years older now, 2 or 3 years older than what it was from that fight, but 44 years old, and he was a $155. Whoops,
yeah,
that was me, fellas. Sorry about that. That was he's about a $155 in that, so he's in great shape. Most fighters are not walking around what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made the analogy on one of my past shows about Errol Spence. He used to get up to 190 pounds before he gets down to 147 at welterweight. Floyd's walking around at 155. But people talking about a robbery. He's fighting a guy who lost to KSI. Do you even know who Do you know who KSI is?
Another YouTuber.
He's another YouTuber. If you're not on YouTube, you don't know who he is.
Is that a disease? It's like HTML.
Yeah, So, but Floyd even told y'all, this is a bank robbery, and I'm gonna get this bread. I'm getting this money. He told y'all before the fight happened, and y'all still mad? Y'all should be mad at yourselves if you weren't entertained for it.
Because what's gonna happen next is, I want the other fellow to jump in. He's gonna fight Jake Paul eventually. That's gonna be like the fight of the century for this. And
it was set up.
And people go say they felt duped after that, but that's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be 10 times more exciting than fighting Logan, because Jake is actually racking up wins and actually looks good.
I'm gonna get JD and John's perspective, but the reason why we didn't see Floyd take him out, because they took the Paul brothers from Triller. Triller was basically building up with the Paul brothers because of how big the Tyson pay-per-view did, and of course they had a big hand in that, and so Showtime is banking on that. They can't have Floyd come in here, knock him out, and not do any more fights. No, you gave them the bag. He make about $20 million for this fight, so that you can go ahead and fight his brother, and there's going to be a whole bunch of round-robin exhibition that Showtime's getting in to help promote the other fighters. For instance, you've seen a whole lot of Gervonta Tank Davis. So, yeah. JD, John, what do you think about Floyd in the bag?
Well, I'll be brief about it, man. It's great business. It's great business, man. Floyd is extremely smart, despite, the different opinions that people have about his reading abilities. When it comes to getting the money, he know how to do it. He is the money team, man. And so I salute him to be 44 years old and to look as good as he did, and to go out there and do what he did, with really, it was a win-win situation. There was no way he could really lose unless he blacked out or something, or caught Alzheimer's and forgot why he was even in the ring. But of course that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very smart what they're doing with these exhibition fights, because it's producing the type of income that you really wouldn't expect to have seen like 10, 15, 20 years ago in boxing. They're able to produce some crazy numbers, and with exhibition fights, it's crazy, man. And so if we as consumers and people who are driven by entertainment are going to pay that money to see exhibition fights, why not promote them and continue to do that? And they can really put together some interesting fights when you think about all the different entertainers and sports figures and whatnot out there. I think it's a smart thing to do, and people are going to continue to buy them as long as they're not very slow and dragging. People will pay to see certain people that they idolize, get in the ring and duke it out. So it's smart, man. I look forward to the next fight. We'll see, we'll see what happens there. But nonetheless, Floyd is always going to get paid for anything that he does. And so I salute him for being a smart businessman.
I think this is the evolution of live sports that we're witnessing right now. And it started years ago, but we're ushering and going into a new era as far as sports are concerned, and as far as entertainment is concerned in general. Stars are being made and created out of thin air, and people are learning that they can capitalize on those stars in different ways. And it won't just be with boxing. It'll be with, like Aaron Rodgers hosting Jeopardy. Like there's that all sorts of levels of crossover as far as entertainment is concerned. And everybody is realizing that there's so much money to be made in all these different aspects that it's just going to be a matter of time before every sport begins to have these sort of I guess exhibitions, but
Yeah,
things that aren't the official major league of whatever sport it is or whatever it is, but you can generate a ton of money just off the hype. And I think this is we're at the early stages of that, and we're only going to see more of it in the future.
What made this pay-per-view different too is it was $49.95, so you weren't paying the full $100 for a Floyd one. So
you didn't feel as guilty.
You didn't feel as guilty. And I was having an argument with Jorge about these things. And I'm like, yo, people trick off $50 at the bar without even watching anything on the TV. You're gonna go ahead and buy 2 or 3 drinks and get yourself an appetizer, and there's $50 right there. That's what I look at. And what do you get for that when you leave the bar? You're like, damn, I'm so hungry. You know? So I look at that. It's superior entertainment, and it's affordable to me the way I look at it. And also, too, I'm gonna ask y'all one question. Sorry to cut you off, Jeff.
That's fine.
What was the first thing that Floyd did after the fight?
Give props to Logan?
No.
What's that?
He had a 5-car envoy, drove straight to Chase Bank.
Oh, you talking about right after?
Yeah, he had a 5-car envoy that went to Chase Bank, and he said his whole team got at least a 10% bump. Some people even got close to $1 million bonus after the fight. Wow. Maybe it was a letter NOB, but his team got he hooked everybody eat around Floyd. He hooked them up. It was 5 cars, and the first place they went to was JP Morgan Chase.
I ain't mad at
it. That's wild, man. It's before we wrap up too, for the casual boxing fan, the regular boxing fan, I love where boxing is right now because it seems like there's a quality fight, whether it be an exhibition. I'm not gonna say quality. There's an entertaining fight like damn near every week now. It's almost like it's getting to UFC status almost. Like there's so many good fighters out there just in regular boxing, and then you add on these exhibitions. It's fun to watch, man. It's fun to watch. Teofimo Lopez is fighting in a couple weeks. That's gonna be exciting. You know what I'm saying? On Triller.
That's a big weekend.
Another thing that may be the changing of the guard too is having Snoop kind of started this, but having non-traditional folks be the commentators. Like Jesus and Merrill did a great job. They were hilarious. So
on Sunday.
People are not gonna want to hear the same old regular Joe Schmoes experts, calling these fights when we can get these jokes off. Like I know that we're gonna eventually, Dave mentioned, we're gonna eventually do a play-by-play of a fight, live streaming. So it's just fun, man.
That's gonna be crazy. And then when they invite us out to actual events to host that's gonna be stupid. And you guys, as viewers and listeners, can say, man, I know these guys when they were, jumping off in the basements of their homes, you know what I'm saying? And so, man, this is exciting times for the entertainment arena, especially coming out of 2020. This is exciting times, very entertaining. So, we have a lot to look forward to, right?
Yep, sky's the limit.
Cool. So that's what I had on Floyd. I'll touch more on that in the Boxing Now show coming back this week. So stay tuned.
Yes, sir. What you got for us, JD?
Okay. OnlyFans star 20 suffers heart attack from dry scooping TikTok challenge.
I heard about that.
Let me break this one down a little bit. It says, here's the inside scoop on TikTok's dry scooping challenge. It's not for the faint of heart. In fact, the death-defying trend that prompts participants to ingest a mound of undiluted supplement energy powder caused a 20-year-old stripper and OnlyFans star Brittany Portillo to suffer a heart attack. I never thought something like this would ever happen to me, especially because I'm so young, Portillo told the Post. And while she was in the middle of having a heart attack in April, first responders didn't think she was in cardiac arrest either. The cops and the EMTs were like, maybe it's just anxiety because you're about to dance, recalled Portillo, who worked as a stripper for more than a year. Because of her age and profession, emergency medical techs initially assumed she was merely experiencing an anxiety attack sparked by the pressure of having to undress in front of strangers for money. But I do not have anxiety about dancing, she added. At the time, I wasn't sure what my body was going through, but I knew something was way off. So, fellas, have you ever dry scooped before? First and foremost.
Yikes.
Second, how do you guys feel about the ever-growing influence of these quote-unquote challenges that are highly dangerous at times and unhealthy and unethical in other times.
I'll jump in here. I've never dry scooped before, nor have I wet scooped.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you moist scooped?
And I think a lot of this goes back to, and John talks about this every once in a while on the show, is parenting, man. Like, you gotta raise your children so they won't go out there and do certain things like that. When I've read this story, actually, my daughters are on TikTok a lot, and I was like, Jade, you heard about this challenge? Like, be careful because they got some crazy stuff. She's like, Father, I'm not going to dry scoop some protein powder. You ain't got to worry about that. Like, all right, and I know she wouldn't, but the fact that she's 12 years old and looking at that, like, come on, fam, like, what's really going on? So, yeah, it's. I think it goes back to this microwave age and people doing anything to get clout and also and being sheep and following trends leads to these things where you're thinking more about how many clicks or views this is going to get than what are the actual health implications. And it's really unfortunate. And I don't see this quote unquote cycle breaking. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
It's crazy.
Shout out to the OnlyFans hat that Floyd had on. He had a leather OnlyFans snapback. Did y'all see what he had on?
Yeah. Probably got paid from that, I'm sure. Huh?
Yeah, sure. And it went on sale right after too. So,
like I said, he had 30 million on him. So
yeah,
in apparel. But
that's crazy.
I've never dry scooped, never wet scoop. I can say that I probably have dry snitch in the past.
Whoa, he admitted to that. Wow.
I mean, it would come out eventually.
He's dry snitched on previous versions. I mean, previous episodes of the show back when the first iteration.
Yeah. So it's gonna come out eventually. So I might as well own up to it. But seriously, I mean, so we scooping protein powder, right, Jeff? So we're scooping it dry, and we put it in the mouth. And for what? I'm trying to understand. That's the new thing.
I mean, from what I understand, it's supposed to give you a rush, and I mean, but the idea that
so you just swallow
it's not protein powder. It's like energy drinks. Like it's
just dry powder. You just swallowing powder.
Yeah, you swallowing the powder without diluting it, which is adding crazy concentrated levels of caffeine to your body.
That's like the cinnamon challenge, right?
Yeah. I was thinking about that cinnamon challenge.
I mean, but cinnamon don't have caffeine in it.
Right.
Won't give you a heart attack, might make you choke out, but
that's going straight into your system. That's like cocaine, I guess, to the body.
That's straight. That's the uncut raw, unstepped on. No kerosene, no baking powder.
Straight off the plant.
That's that Hugo Chavo. That's that Pablo Escobar.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Mm-hmm. No wonder she had a heart attack. People doing that, man.
The Tony Montana. Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, has she learned her lesson?
Probably not.
No,
especially if she got a lot of likes and a lot of attention from it and made a little bit of money.
Hey, we talking about her.
Yeah. She made it to Jump Off Live.
Hey, I want to know though. She's a stripper, so how's her stripper game at the club now? Like, is her clientele up now? Like, is her heart okay to dance? Like, there's so many follow-up questions I need to know here from a heart attack. Like, is her clientele upscale now? Or are they high value quality men? Or,
from what I was reading,
OnlyFans. Okay.
Yeah, from what I was reading, she wants to do the challenge again, but her heart isn't in
it. But a lot of people enjoy it, and they say now she's a heartthrob. Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, she'll never get heartburn again.
Man.
That's her, huh?
That's her?
Yep.
She had a heart attack? Wow. Why she standing right below an eat sign? You saw that sign that said eat?
Did she fully recover from the?
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a fan of, or I'm not on her OnlyFans.
JD, can you post her OnlyFans so we can check that out really fast?
No, but I will make a pitch to her to join Only Fanatics or just Fanatics. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just Fanatics.
That's already done, though, JD.
That's
coming
your
out.
new joint, right?
JD, that's already been done, though.
Won't you hit her up on Chirp and tell her to join only fanatics or just fanatics?
I
Yeah,
will.
wait for that. Don't hold your breath, though. Wait for that response.
Don't hold your powder.
Her last name is Portillo, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the hot dog.
Like the hot dog. Yes. Actually, they said she got her name because of her love for Portillo's hot dogs. That's what
I was about to say, man. Hey, I thought you was about to.
That's it. No.
I thought you were gonna say something else, John. For real.
But I heard she ate them dry. Like she only want no relish.
She like them raw.
Chicago style.
No Chicago style. She just like them naked. Raw dogs.
What about dips? does she like them dipped? I don't know.
She's got her own dip, from what I hear. Yeah, man. Wow.
All right. Well, I hope she has a speedy recovery, and
Yeah, man. They said,
peace and blessings to her. I don't know what to say.
She's dealing with some hardships. She's dealing with some hardships. We consider
hardships.
Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. All right, am I up next?
You next, bro.
So I don't know if the fans in the chat have been privy to the whole NFT craze, which stands for non-fungible tokens. A lot of people are selling essentially digital art nowadays, and with NFTs, the great thing about them is the original creator gets paid each and every time this digital art is sold. So this non-fungible token is attached to the artwork. So whereas before, if I have a painting and I sell it to somebody, I make money off that. And then if they resell it, I don't make any money off those second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth sales or whatever the case may be. But with NFTs, the advent of those, you can continuously get income no matter how many times that particular piece of art is sold, which is a great thing. So of course there's going to be some that's unique in and of itself, but of course there's going to be some unique stories within the NFT world. So invisible sculpture sells for over $18,000 in Italy. Oh, Christina called it. She's as soon as I said it, she's on it. Read my mind. All right, so that's in sync for real. No Justin. So Italian artist Salvatore Garou sold an invisible sculpture for over $18,000.
Who bought?
We've seen certain pieces of art fetch ridiculous prices on the blockchain as NFTs this year, but perhaps the most outrageous art purchase has been made in the physical space. Italian artist Salvatore Garou has been making headlines all week after one of his pieces, an invisible sculpture called Lo Sono, sold for over $18,000. The sculpture is not evident. In fact, nobody can even see it. It's fully invisible. The 67-year-old artist broke down barriers in the art world by auctioning off.
Evident. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's not evident. The 67-year-old artist broke down barriers in the art world by auctioning off a piece for thousands of dollars despite the sculpture not even existing. Garou will certainly disagree that the piece is non-existent, as he explained that he views it as sort of a vacuum. The vacuum, this is his quote, the vacuum is nothing more than a space full of energy. And even if we empty it and there's nothing left, according to the Heisenberg, no Breaking Bad, uncertainty principle, that nothing has a weight, he said to the Italian newspaper. Therefore, it has energy that is condensed and transformed into particles, that is, into us. And I like to add, my brother.
What kind of hotep shit is this?
The buyer of Lo Sono was not identified. The sale came with instructions on how to display.
Invisible too.
The sale came with instructions on how to display the invisible sculpture in your private home, clarifying it must be displayed in a roughly 5 by 5 foot space, free of obstruction. The buyer also got a certificate of authenticity that you can see. You can see the certificate though. He said the artist said, when I decide to exhibit an immaterial sculpture in a given space, that space will concentrate a certain amount and density of thoughts at a precise point, creating a sculpture that from my title will only take the most varied forms. I'm reading this, man. He says, you don't see it, but it exists. It's made. Let me finish. It is made. This is poetry. It is made of air and spirit. It is a work. It is a work that asks you to activate the power of the imagination, a power that anyone has, even those who don't believe they have it.
Oh,
hey man, come on, fam. Anybody who can drop bars like that can sell invisible art any day of the week.
I had to interpret that while you were saying it, bro.
Was his daddy Superfly?
Hey, question: are y'all dropping 18 bands for the vacuum art? It exists in the vacuum. You know
unless I can vacuum my carpet. Nope.
Hey,
nope.
He'd have to get this invisible money. I'd have gave him 20 G's invisible. 24. I'd have outbid
invisible check.
You know what I'm saying?
I got some NFT Dogecoin to give to him.
18 bands, man.
God,
they got a picture. They show it. He displayed it outside of this gallery, and you see a square piece of tape on the ground, and you can't don't break the plane because you will compromise the art.
Carry it?
I don't. It didn't say anything about transport. I'm assuming that's probably a whole nother algorithm. How you transport that?
Who bought it?
Saying? They didn't say it's an anonymous person. You know how that go, man.
Yeah, he's invisible too up there.
Yep.
I wonder if he insured it. Like, how do you insure that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's to get stolen. You know, would they ever find it if it got stolen?
Right. Yeah. How do you call Lloyd's of London? Be like, check this out, because that's with art is Lloyd's of London. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know these things. So
I do too.
Anyways, JD. But no, I'm just playing. How do you get on the phone? It's like, I just made the purchase to Bansky's $18,000 invisible sculpture. So we need to get this insured for about 100 bands.
Right. And if it gets stolen, they could be like, well, can you describe it? Yes, it's vacuous. It's close your eyes and
space.
And imagine a world where, you know what I'm saying?
And could you imagine somebody calling, if it did get stolen, somebody calling and reporting that, hey, I saw something. Oh no, I didn't. I thought I did, but
First
I did.
Of all, if you saw something, then you're lying. If this is in this case, you say if you don't see something, say something.
If you don't see something, say something. Wow. Hey, he did drop them bars on it, man. I think he spent more time on the bars.
I thought you was making that up, Jeff. I thought you would just come off the phone.
You had me going on this, man. I'm like, okay, brother. Okay.
This might be the most absurd story we have ever had on here.
Ever.
Might be.
This is up there, man. This is really up there.
Do you believe in air and spirit? It's made of air and spirit. Do you believe in air, JD?
Wow.
Do you believe in air? You don't see it, but you believe. You know it's there, right?
You need it to survive. You need to survive.
JD, question for you. Do you have a spirit, my brother?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but you don't see the spirit, right? But you know it's there.
I can feel it though, right?
Yeah. You feel it. Okay. And just like you can feel the air too, huh?
But how come I can't feel this sculpture?
Because it's not in your possession right now. You have to
buy it to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
I think we hit the nail on the head when Dave talked about having it insured, because the whole plan in this is for somebody to buy it and then for it to get stolen. And then you can cash in that insurance on it.
The bag.
Could be like this, Mr. JD, can you describe this air and tranquility?
36 G's right there. Right? 36 G's. For the creation.
Who's going to underwrite it?
You're talking about for the okay, I got you.
Who will underwrite this? That's what I want to know. Who is the idiot insurance adjuster that's going to underwrite this? But like, yeah, we're going to get this taken care of for you. We know how valuable your art is, sir.
Hey, if you get the creator to go in there and spit that game that he spit, he got it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Air and spirit and like,
You know who I think will insure it?
Who?
The General Car Insurance or Eagle Man. Eagle Man to do it. Y'all remember Eagle Man?
I've
They got something for you. Look at those low rates.
Yep.
$18,000 invisible art.
So
It
as long
was
as
it
you
was
got a-
underwritten in invisible ink, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
So
Hey,
as
I
long as you
actually I got the document right here.
Oh wow.
as long as you got a 5 by 5 inch space in your domicile, you can be, you know. I wonder what is he gonna do next?
I would have came up to him and said, I would have came up to him and said, since this is, you know, so sacred, I feel as though it should be in my possession. And who are you to tell me that I can't have it? Like, I mean, if I go up there and take it, are you gonna stop me?
How the hell are they gonna take it back?
Exactly.
How do you know it's the
How can I
original?
even take it in the first place?
You know how this is,
you'll never find it.
you know how this is true art?
What's that?
Because it leaves you with more questions than answers.
Oh, shit.
It's
Starts
true art.
conversation.
Go ahead, Dave. What were you gonna say?
How do we not know that there's not been knockoffs already?
Bootleg versions? No, I can see that one. That's bootleg. I can see it.
Check it out though. Hey, what's John's? We can have what's his name selling for $1,000 at the Quarantine Superstore.
Oh my god! Don't even bring
Quarantine
him up.
Corey.
Yeah, I bet your Quarantine Corey probably got 3 or 4 of them right now on the bootleg.
Yeah, he probably does.
He probably like, yo, I get it for $250 a pop. You know, why pay that 18 bands? I get invisible 2x2.
I'll give you 2 for the price of 1. Matching set.
I bet you he's gonna have that in his next commercial.
Identical.
Yeah, that bum would have that. John, you got something for us?
Dang, man. Keep dissing our sponsors like that, man. We're going to be out of business soon. Yes, I do have something. Once again, folks, something very exciting. You know, the gentleman was on the show a couple of weeks ago and talked about his business and what he had to offer. And now we're featuring his first review. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our ears together for the one and only Heimlich Morbus.
Good evening, my fellow movie moochers. I'm your host, the blind reviewer, Morbus. I'm excited to give you my first movie review without ever having seen this movie. But I tell you, I tapped into it and it was absolutely sexy. A Quiet Place. I must say that it was anything but quiet. I was standing outside the movie theater and a lovely MILF and her service dog were walking out. I just happened to stop her and ask what movie she saw, and I tell you all about it. A Quiet Place. She grabbed a morsel of a treat out of her bag, and I sniffed that snack, licked that snack, and became one with it. I did not indeed smell and taste quite different. But she said it was all she had as the dog sat and wagged its tail with extreme vigor. I don't know who was more excited, he or I. Morbus! Anyway, let me tell you all about A Quiet Place. I never saw the movie, but I tapped into it by sniffing her snack. A Quiet Place was phenomenal. There was dinosaurs everywhere, and they were supposed to be extinct, but someone brought them back. It was crazy. There was a man named Owen. Owen was the epic, heroic man that saved the dinosaurs from an evil man who was trying to sell them on the black market. It was crazy. Volcanoes were going off. There was lava everywhere. It was extremely hot. The movie was phenomenal. And I also sense there will be another upcoming movie, and I feel like there were previous movies related to A Quiet Place. It was not quiet because it was ripping and tearing everywhere. There were kids running around. There were trucks, military men, dinosaurs were destroying humankind everywhere just because they wanted to survive. Folks, I'm excited. Thank you, JumpOff, for giving me an opportunity to share my movie experience, all by sniffing a morsel and licking The snack. I'm still trying to figure out what that snack was. It tastes quite different. She said her dog loves them, and so do I. Morbus, jump off!
Morbus, ladies and gentlemen. The blind reviewer.
Hey man, that was filthy.
Filthy.
That was filthy.
What you mean, man?
Whenever I hear him, I walk away feeling unclean.
I don't
When he
understand.
talks, it's kind of like when they get slimed on the Ghostbusters. I just feel like I get slimed. When he talks, man, I just feel unclean, unkempt.
Like a set of the porn scene, huh? Porn
Yeah,
site,
like
you know?
he just filthy, man.
That's different, bro. I didn't get that.
And I saw A Quiet Place 2 in theaters. That ain't got. That is not what happened, man. He don't know what the hell he talking about. Dinosaurs? Was he watching Jurassic Park or was he watching The Quiet? I don't. That dude is.
He got all that from the snack too.
That dude is filthy.
That was intended for the dog. Like that's the best part of it.
Is that what that was? That was a dog treat?
It sounded like it. That's what the morsel was, man.
Wow.
Kibbles and bits, man.
I never heard somebody refer to morsels so much, man.
Exactly. You can't trust somebody who uses the term morsel more than once in a day. Morsel? Like, really? Hey, Jump Off fans, when was the last time you heard and or used the word morsel? Please comment in the chat.
Did he say a milk? Did you say he had a milk with a service dog? She had
A MILF
with a service dog. So she was a blind MILF?
No, she wasn't. But she just had a service dog, I guess. Just taking a service dog to the movies. You know, service dogs like to watch movies too.
Okay.
Yeah, especially A Quiet Place. It's a good place for dogs
every
to watch.
day.
Yeah. But I'm proud of Morbus because when the pandemic happened, or actually even before the pandemic, when they started creating, folks, if you guys don't know who Morbus is, JD actually discovered Morbus at a envelope licking convention. We talked about this the other week. Morbus actually went through a lot of depression and anxiety because I don't know if you guys know, but they've created envelopes that you don't have to lick anymore. You can just peel off the paper and close them up. And while most people were excited about that they didn't have to put their tongue on an envelope, Morbus actually, it was a snowball effect for him.
So he got phased out. He got phased out.
He got phased out, man. He got phased out. He went from being highly sought to not being sought at all, And yeah, man, he really spiraled downward, after that whole envelope was created. And so for him to
couldn't find nothing else to lick.
Hey,
there's tons of licks out here, man. Come on.
He couldn't hit a lick.
Yeah.
You missed one lick, you hit another lick. He sound like a runt. He's like it'd be like sound like about 4 foot 10 inches. Is he a small guy?
I only talked to him on video. JD met him in person at the convention. So.
Yeah, I mean, when I met him, he was sitting down, obviously. I mean, he had the envelopes, like right there, but I don't know if he had like some stage fright, but he couldn't. I asked him to do what he do, and he couldn't lick the envelope in front of me. So
saliva wouldn't work right. He had a dry tongue. He had parrot tongue syndrome, tongue redundancy, lethargic tongue. Yeah, it happens. It happens. They got pills for people like that who can't, whose tongues can't perform.
I've heard someone who's got lethargic tongue. Was that a girl?
The question, Tito, is do you use the word morsel, and when was the last time you heard the word morsel used? Morbus sounds like he lives in an outhouse.
I think I think he lives in an in-house.
Cat tongue. Cat got your tongue.
Yeah, man. So I mean, despite all the jokes and laughing, I'm really proud of him of where he's come. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to go too hard on him because he may lick shots.
Yeah, I can't wait till his next review. I think he did pretty damn good.
Wait, he didn't see the movie though. You said right? It's a blind review.
He was able to sniff and lick the snack, and that's how he taps into the movie. Because, well, you guys know he's banned from actually going inside of movie theaters.
Why is he banned again? What did he do to get that banning?
He said he was going to talk about that at some point in time. You know.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. There's tons of movie theaters. He's banned at every movie theater.
every movie theater.
There's AMC's. There's Regal. He's banned from all of them.
He's banned from movie theaters from the northern tip of Mississippi all the way up into Canada. He's banned. Yeah. He said he's never going back overseas again. Yeah.
Did you say the northern tip of Mississippi? The southernmost tip of Mississippi.
If you a tip of Mississippi, you in Mississippi. There is just no tip.
I'm just telling you what
you in. There's no tip. When you in, you in.
He's banned, man. He was like, I need to tell you something. Can I trust you? I was like, I guess, yeah. You know, why not, man? And he told me about his band. He didn't want it to come out later on after he sponsored us. You know, he was upfront about it. So I appreciate that, man.
I wish you had told me that before we took the check.
I don't understand why we would choose to be affiliated with somebody such as this. It just seems like the rung gets lower and lower, and the standards are lowered when it comes to sponsors that we have. We need to really have a meeting of the minds between the four of us and figure out moving forward, who do we want to adequately represent us from a investor and a sponsorship standpoint, because I'm not going to continue to stand for this.
I got a resolution for this here. Guys, this check's getting cut 3 ways now. End of discussion.
We're getting paid, man. So, you know,
just not all money ain't good money. You know the business. Maybe you don't. All right, that dude. Do you got another story for us? Who has a round 2? I have one, but I don't know if anybody else has one.
You guys,
I'm sorry.
Man, we hit a lick and y'all tripping.
And we're the lick. Like we talking about him.
Yeah, man. Get your envelope game up.
Yeah, I have a story. It's actually a group of stories if y'all want me to share it real quick.
Oh, you got a cluster of them? Go ahead, JD.
Yeah, they're all kind of related. So the first one is a fitness coach who holds the static wall sit position. Everybody's done wall sits before, right? Holds the world record for the wall sit, which was 2 minutes and 8 seconds, which for whatever reason, I feel like that was like really low.
Yeah, that don't seem like.
No, but I mean, it was legit verified by the Guinness Book of World Records. Okay, but anyway,
seconds?
Yeah, 2 minutes, 8 seconds. The next one is a man who stands on a Swiss ball, which is like one of those like large, like heavy balls that you find at like fitness places or whatever. But he stood on a ball and sliced 59 grapes in half. And he set the world record for that. And my final one is a Las Vegas woman who crushed 3 watermelons between her thighs in 7.5 seconds to set the world record for that as well.
I seen her do that.
My question is is it okay? What is your useless skill if you have one? And also, if you have an opportunity to, would you try to set the world record for your useless skill? Because I mean, honestly, the wall sit one, that's kind of cool, but the grape slicing and the watermelon crushing, like that has no purpose other than to just set a world record and doing something. So do you guys have a useless skill that you could potentially get into the record books with?
I have one. and I think I've used it in tandem with JD, and John too. But I think I use it in tandem with JD a little bit longer. Being able to sit down and roast somebody or some bodies for an extended period of time. There was a time when JD and I were in college, we were in the cafeteria, and we sat at the table. It felt like at least an hour, and we would just roast whoever walked by. We would continue to just roast people. And I think I could do a roast extravaganza, a roast fest where I can, roast whoever for, a number of hours. So I think
and it wasn't just generic roast either. It was very specific.
Yeah.
Tangible roast.
Yeah.
Debilitating roast to all these people who walked by. Yeah, I remember that day, man. That was fun.
Just hurting their souls. They didn't even know it. They just, just catching fire, man. So I think I can go on a roast spree and just line them up and I just, tear them down.
It's a morale booster to be able to do that, man.
It is. Yeah. Talking about other people can make you feel real good about yourself.
Yeah. it's only
especially when there's no malice. It's not malice involved.
It's jokes, man. That's what Bernie Mac said. As long as these people don't hear it, it's perfectly fine. I want people to understand that. It's not breaking anybody down if they don't hear it. Right. They might feel that
tingle,
that tingle when they walk by. They're like, I don't know what it is, but it's something. Just like that artwork you talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. We don't know, we can't see it, but it's something there. Mm-hmm. The energy, man. Yeah. I remember that time you roasted that dead cat. You roasted that dead cat so much that thing got up and walked off.
What? What?
It was a dead cat.
He's making that up. It
was a dead cat laying on 154th Street in Harvey.
What?
Jeff roasted that cat so bad, it got up. It got a 10th life, and it looked back at him and it was just walking off.
I don't know if I've ever roasted an animal, man. I don't know if I've probably have, but
if you can hurt an animal's feeling, roasting them, you a bad member jammer.
Yeah.
Bad.
I think I did have roasted because I think the first time I went to college, that was the first time I saw a black squirrel, and I'm pretty sure me and JD roasted the black squirrels that we had out there. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So
the black squirrel.
Yeah,
there's a lot of mixed squirrels out here now.
Shout out to all the interracial squirrels.
Oh my
god. It really is. It's a black squirrel out here with a red tail. And it has like a gray tip on it. Like,
oh man,
I don't know what he was doing.
He showed off that red tail. Come get it.
Yeah, what are y'all talents that y'all would useless talents?
I don't know if I can. I get a little stage fright with mine sometimes, but my eye squeaks.
Oh.
I don't know if that's
JD. You never mentioned that to me,
Guinness
brother.
Book World Record talent, but
you never mentioned that to me, and we live together.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Wow.
It's kind of developed more as I've gotten older, but
you got a squeaky eye?
Yeah, I got a squeaky eye, man.
Is it like by itself, or do you have to touch it?
Both.
Whoa, double talent.
Both, yeah. I mean, it's so useless that I feel ashamed even bringing it up.
Can you give us a demonstration?
Yeah, can you put your eye next to the mic?
Not gonna.
Can you put your eye to the test?
Oh!
You can hear it a little bit. You need to hear it in person, though.
It sounded crunchy.
Yeah.
It sounded like the bed in a dollhouse if Ken and Barbie would get down on it.
Only John's mind would go there. Yeah, oh my goodness! Wow, eye squeaking.
Katie can attest to my eye squeaking abilities.
I'm sure there's a professional eye squeaking competition out there somewhere. I'm willing to bet it takes place in New Zealand.
I'm currently training for it.
Okay.
Now, JD, have you been in public and used this to wake people out? Be like, I mean, be in a doctor's office and to spark up.
No, it's usually something that I have to make it happen. It's not something that just happens.
Well, as a man, I know you do make it happen, JD.
You are.
Yeah.
Kids probably love it. Hey, mom, look at the guy with the squeaky eye. Hey, do that for my mom. Yeah.
Come up to her and go.
He can crack cons with the first two toes on his left
Okay,
foot.
one more
Yeah.
question. Too.
Tito,
have
do
you
you want
guys
to come on the
seen?
show, Tito? We need to get you on the show, Tito. We
Yeah,
got to
do,
keep
man.
it clean. We need to get you on
for
the
sure.
show.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah.
Stop chiming in and get on the line.
If y'all get a
Wow.
chance, make sure y'all look up the lady who crushed the watermelons with her thighs, man.
Oh man, that's amazing. That
Now,
is amazing.
that is crazy. If y'all was single, would y'all get with her?
Hey, I knew you was gonna say
She might hurt y'all.
that's kind of scary, man.
That's
Figure
scary.
Figure
Figure
four
four
ain't no
leg lock.
jungle.
Yeah, man. She give me that bamboo squish. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
That's amazing.
Good job. That's amazing.
It's amazing. Man.
She's on that Simone Biles.
Yeah, for real. Wow.
Incredible. Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Dallas. We don't use Zoom.
We don't
Tito.
use Zoom,
Just do a
Tito.
link to a website. As long as you got Wi-Fi.
As long as you got no Samsung phone, you be all right. Like Jeff over there.
Yeah.
On Android.
Hey,
I got a
man.
Samsung.
Hey, man. I know it's Samsung, man. I don't do Apple, man.
Yeah, I know
Me
I started some
neither.
mess.
I'm not part of the sheep.
You're not part of the shit. You down Bill Gates gang then, you know?
Oh my goodness! I got my daughter an iPhone. She went from a Samsung to an iPhone. I said, "You on your own now." I hope you know that. I can't help you no more.
You out here by yourself now.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not even gonna unlock your screen. I can't even troubleshoot you. So
that damn $18,000 phone, no good. Just like that doggone artwork.
hilarious. Oh man, Johnny Dangerous, you got a hidden talent?
I do, man. I do. It's not as great as JD's squeaky eye or roasting, but I would like to think that I have a good eye in finding very unique, talented characters that have abilities that we've never heard before. I think I have a talent for finding those type of people that have unbelievable but slightly believable story. You want to believe it, but it's unbelievable. Their stories, their backgrounds, and their phenomenal abilities, like people like Morbus and Celsius and Master Do You and Benji. You know, I mean, yeah, I like to think that I have the ability to attract the law of attraction, to attract those individuals to me, and then help them to present that to the world, you know. And so it's something I'm proud of. I'm going to continue to find that kind of talent.
Master facilitator, huh?
Yeah. That's my special ability.
Okay, that dude. You got any special talents?
Yes.
Wow.
There she is. Look at it. Look at the thigh muscles. Look at that. Look at her quadriceps.
What record status, huh?
That's crazy, man. That dude, what you got? Any talents?
I got good talents. I don't got useless talents. I don't know.
This is the cockiest answer. This is a perfect answer for
good
him.
talents. So we ain't gonna speak on what your talents is if they're good. You know, everything is an asset, huh?
What my man said in the Bible said, good and terrible.
Good and terrible.
He got the Randy Watson talents.
I believe. Let me stop.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe I'll tell you on the next episode's gonna be coming close on time here.
Yeah.
How about that?
Cool. Make sure you do that. Well, another great episode, fellas. I've definitely enjoyed myself tonight. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Jump Off Live. Please be sure to follow us on all social media by searching for Jump Off Live, and we will see you next week. Peace and love.
Jump home.